Hello everybody. Hello. Hi Sunny. Hi GoPro. Anyways, hello. Welcome in everybody. My name is Lacrima Silvas, your Stardust Guardian and variety streamer. My music still feels too loud. It is also due to the fact that I woke up like half an hour ago. So yay! Before we start, there's a new follower that I need to thank. I need to thank Maximo Man 99. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. But yeah, today's gonna be a kind of chill day. It's also gonna be a little bit short. A little bit of a short stream today. Well, shorter than I usually try and stream for. But yeah, we are just gonna be talking some nonsense. I.e., there's gonna be a lot of me trying to figure out what to talk about for 2 hours. But yeah, I am sleepy, and I'm fighting off the urge to order an omelet, as per usual. That seems to be my go-to morning breakfast. I don't know why. I'm gonna drink some water. I have a pimple coming on my chin, and it's so annoying because it's not ready to pop yet, and I want it gone. Chair, please don't break. Oh, actually, speaking of chairs, there's somebody in my neighborhood who's giving away their old gamer chair, and I'm just like, no, that doesn't look comfortable. No, you may not. Why? Sunny, why? Why? No. I swear, you're more unhinged than GoBro is at the moment. And GoBro's usually the one who's like, can I hit you with the chair? Which the answer is still no, I still haven't found that. I forgot to open up Mixitbot. I'm a good streamer. At least I remembered before somebody tried to redeem something. I still haven't looked at the sound issues yet, so that's something I'll need to figure out how to fix. Currently, I have no idea how to fix it. Yep. Okay. But yeah, why are you so unhinged, Sunny? This early in the morning? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dude, a lot of people, but I didn't hear a no, so you may not. I mean this in a joking way, but you may not unless you buy me food. Feed your streamer, but also don't. If you do not have the funds to do so, please do not feel obligated to do so. Yesterday was game day. Oh, we still have rice and beans. I could do rice and beans. That could be tasty. I might do rice and beans for breakfast. We shall see. And save myself a little bit of extra monies. I am a little bit worried that I will end up being short somehow. But I don't think so. My goodness, your name is appearing. I might have to change the theme on my OBS back to gray instead of the dark gray that I have it, because I can't see your name hardly at all, Zeta. But yeah, no. I gotta drive or I'm gonna crash. Please be safe, Sunny. Please be safe, Sunny She. But yeah. I don't know what to talk about. Help. My feet are already cold. I've been bundled up in my blanket all morning. Bonk is still not working for whatever reason. Well, at least the sound isn't. Let me see if it will work. Channel points. Test command. Yeah. I've been nerfed this patch, I see. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to work, and neither does hello there. Yeah, I don't hear any of these. So yeah, there are some things that I still need to fix. But yeah. How am I doing? I am tired and I hunger. This is what happens when you only have one meal a day. You hunger in the morning. But then you aren't sure if you hunger because you are genuinely hungry or if it's because you don't drink enough water. I did actually sleep pretty well, except for the fact that my body decided to wake me up 3 hours before my alarm and then promptly fall asleep. Yeah. I had my alarm set for 6. I'm like, no. Too tired. Yeah. 2 liters of water. Gamey never failed me. Oh my god, it will be lucky if I remember to drink the 40 ounce that I have right here with me. It will be lucky if I remember to drink that. Or for those of you who use milliliters, it is 1.2 liters. You know what failed me? Sleeping at a normal hour. Why aren't you sleeping at normal hours? Also, why did it highlight itself? I'm not gonna click that. Yeah, no. It highlighted hour.exe in the chat, and I'm just like, I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I want to click it. I don't trust it. Hey. But yeah. I'm currently doing some research on how to do better quality streams. And also how I can I don't know this person. I did a going live post on Twitter, which is something that I never do, and somebody liked it. I'm like, I don't know who you are, but thank you. Because I decided to watch Ish's Minecraft Civilization video, heard good things about it, and honestly, I didn't regret. Okay, but you should have watched it at a more normal hour and prioritized your sleep. Unless it was only available for a certain amount of time and you were riding that line, in which case, I understand. Still disappointed. Elaborate on normal. Normal waking hours, like 9 to 5 hours. The hours in which you would go to school in. or the hours in which you would work in, not nighttime. I was gonna say, if the sun isn't up, you shouldn't be awake. 9 to 5 sounds like torture, not gonna lie. I honestly wouldn't mind a 9 to 5 job because I've worked 9 to 5 before in fast food. And it's actually pretty nice, but also at the same time, I would much rather work 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And get my 8 hours in that way, and then have like the rest of the day to do whatever it is that I wanted. That is what I would like. If I had to work an 8-hour shift, I'd rather 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. or if I had the option 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. Because I like getting my stuff done as early as I possibly can. Poppers is upset. I might after the stream, I'm probably gonna go and shower and hit my face with Panoxyl, which I'm almost out, so I'm probably gonna need to buy more before the con. Panoxyl is fantastic if you have acne problems or if you have a breakout starting. It is fantastic for killing that and stopping it in its tracks. You just have to remember to moisturize after you wash it off, because it makes your skin really tight. Guess me how I know. I really need to do my skincare more. I've done my full nighttime and morning routine once in a week. Which is better than once in a month, but like still. How people have confused me for 18 years old, I will never know. Oh. I'm also thinking about getting removable sleeves for my arms that are UV protective as well, because I am god awful at remembering to put on sunscreen, and I'd rather suffer for the half hour, 20 minutes that it takes me to get to work if it means that I won't get any more sun damage on my arms at the very least. And then I'll just be the person who carries an umbrella with me in the summertime. Which, no, like legitimately, if you carry an umbrella with you and you put it up, it does provide like a sufficient amount of it does provide like some like cooling as soon as you put your umbrella up, even though you were just in the sun for like a little bit ago. I was confused by a dude on his 30s. I stared at that person like that one Joe Rogan clip. Oh my goodness. Oh, speaking of like people looking not their age, kids wanting to look grown up. Well, specifically it's more so girls that I've noticed. They want to do the, and there's nothing wrong with that. They want to do like the makeup that that they see Instagram models and people on the internet wear and put on, which those people are all in their 20s to 30s to 40s. And these kids, they are like, most kids start putting on makeup at like 12, 13. I started using makeup when I was 13. I don't wear it every single day because I am lazy as all hell, but I do have some basic knowledge on how to like use my products most of the time. Half the time for my eyeshadow, it's really just a winging it, like, does this look good? I don't know. I feel like me and Omega currently have such slow internet, we communicate via basic words. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry for your guys' internet issues. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna put out a soft goal here. By the end of 2025, energy, I'm just tired. Go, bro, maybe you should go to sleep. No, because there will be times I write a completely different word than the word that I meant to write. I'm just like, oh, hey, somebody followed me. I don't know this person. Who are you? I only got home like 25 minutes ago. Ooh. Okay, I will stress this. If y'all need to go take care of IRL things, like feeding yourself, washing yourself, hydrating yourself, please go do that. Even if it's just like simple decompressing before you go do other things. Please go do that. Don't worry about my stream. Please take care of yourselves. I will continue to stress this forever and ever for the entirety of my streaming career, however long that may be. But yeah. I want to try making some like scripted long form content. And I think the first video that I want to do is a video about boob chat, like and honestly the tips that I will say in the video could be applied to everything else as well. Hold on. I wonder if I that is the wrong one. I need fog. Nope, I still don't hear the sound. That's annoying. Alrighty. I also need to pin the hammer onto my head so no matter where my model is, it will move to my model. I need to fix things. Anyways, but yeah, so one of the videos that I want to do is a video for Voop Chat or about Voop Chat. I want to try and get interviews from people who use the site and what their experiences are with it and what are some things they can what are some things that Voop Chat can do to improve. Also want to see if I can't try and get Hydro to answer a few questions like why he created the site, what's the thought process behind all of that and all that stuff. But yeah, and there's going to be some like etiquette that could, or some quote unquote Voop Chat etiquettes that could honestly be applied to just like streaming in general and just everyday life in general. So I think the tips could be like really beneficial for everybody else. There are going to be some tips in there that are going to be Voop Chat specific, and that would be like don't go guest chasing, which basically is just like don't go onto Voop Chat and skipping everybody in hopes that you'll hit the VTuber guests that you want to meet. It's not fantastic. It's not fantastic. I have been skipped before by people who are mainly wanting to go after the guests before. I've also been skipped by people that I know because like we matched multiple times in a single event, or we've talked a lot outside of Voop Chat, and they're just like, I want to meet new people. I'm like, duly noted, yes, go do that. But no, because depending on how popular the guest is, we get a massive influx of people who are only there for that VTuber guest, and it feels not fantastic, I'll be perfectly honest. So yeah, I need to BRB real quick because I realized that I need to go to the bathroom. So I will be back. Please get some water, please get some food, please take care of yourself while I go use the bathroom. I'll be back. I am back. I am back. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, GoPro. Obviously, people are gonna do what they want to do, and it's not really up to me to police them. Even though there are some moments where I'm like, I wish I could teach you how to do this thing properly. But, unfortunately, there's not like a good, clear way of enforcing that. To my knowledge, VoopChat has implemented a warning system like, hey, you've skipped this many people in a row. Stop that. But I'm also unsure of whether or not that actually stops people from mass skipping. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's kind of what I want to do for like my first video, or first long form video, is kind of do like not necessarily a documentary type style, but kind of like a documentary type style. Yee. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared to go forward with that because I'm not sure how to get that to work and to work well. But yeah, and then there's also the fact that not everybody will have the time nor the opportunity to really set aside like X amount of time to get through this, to get through the questions, of which I still have yet to write. But yeah, I do know that the filming style that I want to take is going to take after Dara Fogg's VR chat videos. I've been watching a lot of Dara recently, and honestly, I like his videos. I like his VR chat content. Because what he does in his videos is like showcase what VR chat is. He doesn't ignore the bad, but he shows what VR chat could be with the right group of people. And I personally love that. I love that a lot. Because right now I feel like of public opinion, VR chat is not a fantastic place. And that just feels kind of yucky, because I know for a fact VR chat can be something that's super like amazing. I know that once I get my 3D or once I know once I have my 3D model done, I want to do some VR chat content, specifically like game show type scenarios where I make the world and we maybe do like a Jeopardy type game or something like that in VR chat with a couple of my friends. VR chat is weird. Like it's on a state where it's good, but it's also on a state of whoops, you got flashbanged. Yeah. There's really no in between either. There's some really bad public worlds out there that really lack the moderation needed, and I kind of don't like the very open mingling of kids and adults just because of some of the predatory nature of some of the users. So I'm just like, So, yeah, no, VR chat definitely has its issues. Age verification is fantastic. They need to make that available for all users, please. I find it so dumb that age verification is only available for VR chat plus, and I find it so dumb. But yeah, no. So there's that. I also know there's the possibility of somebody lying about their age or getting their parents to cover them, which is so dumb. Why would you do that? Parents, why would you do that? Raise your kids. Don't let them wander around in a virtual world with random strangers. But yeah, no. I want to I do want to get a VR headset. I think like the cheapest one there is going to be a Quest headset, and then I'm going to get a PC link so I can maybe still hopefully access the PC only worlds. Because I'm insane. No, I'm not. PC only worlds, those are more likely to have adults or people who are a little bit more mature, while cross-platform worlds and Quest worlds will typically have kids, because while the Quest headsets are kind of expensive, they're not as expensive as, say, a Valve Index or an HTC Vive, which both are like double or triple the price of what a Quest is. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things that I wanna do, but a lot of things that I still need to research, and making sure that I'm making the best decisions that I can and spending my money wisely. Right now, I need to get my PC working because I still haven't done the Windows refresh yet. I might bug my sibling. Nom, 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 nom. I might bug my sibling to help me with that, or bug one of my Discord friends or acquaintances to be like, hey, you work in tech. Walk me through this, please. Boop. Boop, boop. So yeah, there's that. I'm honestly really scared that my CPU and my motherboard are just essentially bricks right now. Oh, thank you for the hydrate redeemed, Bet. I may have to do another BRB because my water's almost gone. But yeah, so I'm a little bit scared that both my CPU and my motherboard are kind of just like bricked and that I have to buy new ones, which, depending on where you get it from, Micro Center or Best Buy or somewhere, you can get it for pretty cheap. What's wrong with your CPU and motherboard? So for context, most of you probably already know, but a lot of my core components are what's the word I'm looking for? They are pre-owned. They were used before I got to them. So what's going on with this is mostly my CPU, I believe. But what's going on right now is the fact that I can turn on my computer, I can access BIOS, but I can't get any further than BIOS. Windows won't install and the reset won't work, and what else is wrong with it? We tried resetting, we tried doing factory, we tried doing everything we possibly could. The only thing that we haven't tried yet, because I haven't done it yet, is doing a fresh install, a clean install of Windows from a USB drive. Theoretically that should work. If not, then I have to buy a brand new motherboard and CPU. Because I've tried like manually resetting the motherboard, like removing the battery, doing everything that the manual said I could do to help reset my motherboard. Nothing's working except for maybe the clean install of Windows. So, and unfortunately, I can't figure out if it's the CPU or if it's the motherboard. My GPU is fine to the extent of my knowledge. It's a 4060, I want to say. I have to look at it again, but it's a 4060, I'm pretty sure. So, But yeah, so I have to fix that. But if I'm able to get it fixed, then yay, that means I don't have to buy new computer parts for a little bit. Aquaman to this day is DC's highest grossing movie. Let that sink in. Have you enabled security boot and TPM in BIOS? I'm gonna pretend I know what that means. I did everything that the person who works in tech and who works with computers a lot, building and rebuilding and troubleshooting them. I did everything that they told me to do, and it's not working. Obviously, it's a little bit harder because they can't see what I'm seeing, and they can't figure out exactly what's going on because they aren't here with me, which is a little bit annoying. Me trying to explain and then increasingly getting more and more frustrated, despite them like trying to help me. But I have a USB drive. I couldn't find a smaller USB drive, so it's 64 gigabytes. That's only gonna be used. That's only gonna have like 8 gigabytes used on it. But I can't put anything else on this because then whenever I do clean install of Windows, it deletes everything. Yay! It's the reason why I haven't done it with the stuff that I have, because Windows 11 needs them. And you gotta go into advanced setting or advanced BIOS setting to change them. Oh, I'll try and do that. I'll try and do that after the stream. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the computer came with Windows 11. I think I might still go ahead and set up a Windows drive on a USB port or on USB stick in case something like this happens again in the future. This way, at the very least, I still have an option to do a clean Windows install later on. All right, so secure boot and TPM and BIOS. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Da, 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 da. TPM. Alright, but yeah, I'll definitely try that later. But yeah, I do have plans on upgrading things in the future from my computer. Obviously this will happen later on, or it may happen sooner depending on whether or not I can get this to work. But yeah, and since my laptop is still doing pretty well, I might keep it for like streaming purposes, and travel streams as well until it breaks. Until it will no longer turn on and will no longer work as I need it to. So I need to figure out on how to do like a quote-unquote dual PC setup. I'm planning on having my laptop be the streaming one, since it handles that pretty well, and then my my desktop being my what's the word? Gaming. I know there's a way on how I can do that without needing a capture card. I'm probably gonna need to bug Tigra for that information because they have a dual PC setup where it's a laptop and a desktop, and it's through OBS. So I need to figure out how to do that without the use of a capture card because I don't want to spend more money. I'm being super cheap right now. Alright, so we'll try that later. But yeah, no. I do hope that, well, my laptop's able to handle VR chat, so my desktop should be able to handle it a little bit better than my laptop. If it doesn't, I didn't know it was possible without a capture card. I remember Tiger saying something about that in one of Faust's stream. Issue is I don't remember which stream that was. So, and I'm pretty sure that stream is gone too because Faust went on vacation for a little bit, for like half a week to a week, maybe longer. I don't know. They needed the rest. They've been pushing for a partner for quite some time, and now that they have it on Twitch, which I'm so happy for them, they can finally like breathe a little bit. But yeah. Oh, I completely forgot. So I have a soft goal in terms of follower goals. I want to see if I can't try and hit what's the number that I wanted to hit? Like 450 by the end of this year. I think that's possible. I'm unsure though. I'd be happy if we hit 400 because we're at the moment right now we're like math 26. We're like 26 followers away from 400. So I'd like be happy with like hitting the 400 follower mark. But yeah, no. I'm gonna start doing some research on how I can make my content more engaging for you guys, but also still fun and still what I want to do for myself. That's gonna be hard because I don't want to pigeonhole myself, because then that will be very hard to switch to variety, and variety is what I really want to do, just because I'm indecisive as hell and I get bored easily if I stay in one particular like genre of streaming, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I want to figure out how to do that, and I would like by July of next year, I would like to have 10 consecutive viewers. I'm giving like a lot of time on that because I don't want to push too hard for that. But if we manage to hit 10 consecutive viewers, then yay! And then like a short-term goal that's also a little bit hard because YouTube. I also want to try and get my YouTube channel monetized, but that means I need to put in more work than just multi-streaming. So that one's gonna be on me. I need to put out better content, but I want to try and get my YouTube channel monetized by July of next year. I want to try and get 10 consecutive viewers by July and 450 followers by the end of this year. The followers one, I think it's going to be a little bit easier than the viewers one. I say this knowing that the follower one was the one that I was having a hard time reaching because I hit like the 5 consecutive viewers that I needed for affiliate before I hit the what was it, 150 followers that I needed for for affiliate. It may have been a lot less. It may have been like 50 followers. All I know is that I was 2 followers below what was needed to hit affiliate. And then I started Boop Chat, and then people started following me in droves, and I'm just like, daily affirmation: if nobody's told you yet, you are loved, you are cared about, you matter, you are someone's brightest light in their darkest days. If life gets you down, just remember that you are stronger than you think. Aw, thank you, Sprinkle. Yeah. But yeah, so those are my goals. I think the follower one will probably be one of the harder ones to reach, just because of the time frame. That being that I'm giving like 9 months. That doesn't feel right, but it is not 9 months, 3 months to hit that goal. And that means I gotta put in a lot of extra effort on myself too. Sprinkle is very punk rock. Superman approves. Ooh, my parents bought Superman on Amazon, so I own it. I need to ask for the Amazon Prime for the Amazon login so I can do movie night, or I just wait until it becomes available on Max, because right now they have all of the old Superman movies available on Max, but not the James Gunn one. At least not to my knowledge. I haven't checked recently. I checked like last week. But yeah, tarot. Oh, okay. Superman 2025 is peak. Yeah. Sprinkle. I need to know what it is that you are looking for your reading. It is a 3-card pull. If you ask for something like, what is the meaning of this universe? Sorry, I can't answer that for you. You have to figure that out yourself. But it could be like your past, your present, your future. It could be like your idea that you have and what the process and outcome of it will be. Your love life, your what's the word I'm looking for? Career, there we go. I need some direction so I can give a more picking future. Okay. Future what? Because it's in groups of 3s. So if you do future, then it'd be past, present, future. If you're wanting to do like a future business adventure, future career. Okay. I feel like I don't explain this as well as I should. Because tarot is supposed to give like guidance and maybe some and words. It's supposed to give guidance and maybe some more food for thought about something. So for you, I think the pull for idea, process, and aspiration might be a better fit for your future career for the pull that I'm gonna do. What is your what career are you wanting to work in, by the way? Going to shuffle. Shuffle. VTubing. Yeah, okay, so idea, process, and aspiration is probably a better fit. Let me see. Do you already have a VTuber model? Or somebody that you're thinking about commissioning for the art and or rigging? I'm still trying to figure out on who I want. Originally, I was thinking about commissioning Suika, so I can still. I use it for my profile. I cannot see your profile. Elden Ring superfan. Okay. But yeah. Okay, so you already have a model. If you need any streaming assets, I got all of mine off of Etsy. I'm an ass. I did not link directly to the product item. I linked to their shop. Because in my head, I'm just like, oh, the shop will be better in terms of linking. Because some people may not like the assets that I use, but they may like the art that the person uses or that the person has. I got mine from Etsy as well. Yeah. And then I got the Suika model off of Ko-Fi. It's either Ko-Fi or it's either coffee, Ko-Fi, or Ko-Fi. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. People from Ko-Fi, please share. Alright. First card is Justice. Second card is the Sun. Third card is the Queen of Swords. These cards I don't see very often. Oh, also for those of you who are wanting to stream some, or who are also wanting to stream, Etsy's not your only option. There's also another site called Owned that has some really cool streaming assets as well. And Stream Elements themselves also have some pretty good assets too. Right, and I decided that the idea, the process, and aspiration was the better fit for you. Alright, so Justice, represented by Libra the Balance. Balance is useful when weighing heavy decisions that have appeared on your plate. Justice reminds us that even small decisions can have far-reaching consequences, and it's important to weigh all of your options. Beware of the people-pleasing nature of Libra. Do not let it get in the way of fairness without bias. They say that justice is blind, but know that the universe is not without nuance. We exist in a world of not just black and white, but with full color. Sometimes, to be truly fair, we must consider the context, remain true to your virtues and personal code of ethics, and remember that a little honesty goes a long way. So that's for idea. I'm gonna continue on with the reading, and then I will give you my thoughts on what this has to do with your VTubing goal. Alright, next up is the sun. Alright, the sun represented by Apis, the bird of paradise. Apis is the ever-radiant bird of paradise flower. Named for the bird it resembles, its bright bloom represents joyfulness. The sun is the center of our small part of the universe, allowing all things to grow from its energy and warmth. Like the sun, your energy fosters your own growth, and that of those around you. Let joy fill you, and be present in the here and now. Shine as the bright star that you are. Your positivity will breed success. And lastly, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, represented by Corona Australis, the Southern Crown. I'm probably mispronouncing that name, and I apologize. The Southern Crown is a constellation befitting a queen. The Queen of Swords rules not with compassion, but with intellect. Your no-nonsense attitude means that others feel comfortable coming to you for advice. When people come to you, they know that they will get your true opinion regardless of their feelings. You're fiercely independent and your boundaries are solid, which may intimidate those of weaker constitutions. Keep your head held high, and the respect of your peers will come. Alright, so balance and nuance, joyfulness, and confidence and independence. Honestly, this is not too bad of a pull for you, especially in terms of like VTubing. Because you do need nuance, you do need to avoid people pleasing. Honestly, just do what feels most comfortable to you. Be yourself. Be as joyful and as silly as you want. Be as macabre as you want. Just be you. And make sure that your boundaries are clear and your boundaries are set. Do not under any circumstances let your boundaries falter. Do not let people walk over you. So yeah, that's actually not a bad pull. That's actually not a bad reading for VTubing related topic. Make sure to have nuance. Make sure to not fall for the he said she said thing. Do your own research. Do your own research on who you want to collab with. If this person makes you feel good when you talk to them and you think that you would have a fun time collabing with them, then collab with them. Just do what you want to do. Be strong in your boundaries. Be strong in your goals. And remember to have some balance in your life. Don't put your all into VTubing. Don't make VTubing your life, because that will be disastrous. But also know that VTubing does take a lot of outside time and energy outside of stream. You need to build up your community. You need to, if you don't have the funds, you need to learn how to edit, how to make good thumbnails. You need to make sure that your stream looks as good and as professional as you possibly can, especially with you possibly being a newbie. Learn your streaming, learn your tracking hardware and softwares the best that you can. If you're using a Light2D, do a couple like shorts and recordings with your Light2D settings and see if it works, see if your model moves in the way that you want it to move. If you're using 3D tracking, learn how to use that, learn how to utilize that to the best of your abilities. Utilize as many resources as you possibly can and as much as you can afford. DaVinci Resolve is free. It is definitely in the more intermediate in terms of like editing softwares, but it is free and it is fantastic. You can also use CapCut too if you really need to. Twitch itself has a video editing software for clips and stuff. I don't know how to use it. So I haven't used it. In terms of like OBS and streaming resources, check out Nutty, NUTTY, and check out Stream Scheme over on YouTube. My goodness. Check out their videos for like streaming, and for OBS stuff. Nutty mainly prioritizes OBS stuff, like add-ins and cool things that you can do within OBS. Stream Scheme talks about like lighting, which you still need good lighting for VTubing. Your phone can't pick up your face if you're sitting in a dark room with only the computer screen. You still need good lighting. Like audio stuff, where and how you should place your mic, which doesn't really matter if our mic is in frame or not, since we are VTubers. Mic can be in our frame if our audio sounds good, because nobody will see. Look up tutorials online about people who are using the same software that you want to use. Try and find the most recent ones, the most relevant ones, which is a little bit hard since a lot of the VTubing software has kind of remained the same, aside from like some new assets and being able to move and pin items in between layers of models. VTube Studio hasn't changed a lot, and neither has VRidger, at least not from what I've noticed. Warudo has been getting some fun and exciting changes and updates in their application, which I'm honestly super excited for. VNon, VC Face, and I think the other one's Magic Mirror or something like that. Those are good 3D tracking software, but they are not quite as what's the word I'm looking for? They're not quite as like fun as the stuff in Warudo is, at least from what I've seen. It feels like that they are more like, here's a VTuber, here's system where you can monitor the tracking of your VTuber, here's tracking, there you go. But yeah. If you're able to make this stuff for free, your assets and things like that, do that. Again, this is stemming from me being as cheap as I possibly can. But yeah, no, I am cheap. I will say this 1,000 times. I am cheap. And also, don't be afraid to network and get outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Reach out to companies and things like that. Make sure you make content outside of streaming. Make shorts, post clips. Cheap isn't always bad. Cheap isn't always bad. It can go from being necessarily frugal to to being like the people on Extreme Cheapsteaks. Which those people are just like, huh? The people who live in like extreme poverty because they don't want to spend money. Spend the amount of money that you need to spend to live comfortably. Like, come on. Hi, Electro. Hello. My belly's being super angry with me because I haven't fed it. Hehehe. I honestly might order an omelet. Dad joke. Oh no. Oh no. I'm pulling up a website for dad jokes. I'm not gonna try and think of one myself. Dad jokes. Okay. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Don't care about that. Okay, I laughed at this one, so I'm gonna share it. How do you catch a squirrel? You climb up a tree and act like a nut. I don't know why this one made me laugh, but it did. Because I think it's funny. I don't know why. Hi, Maximo. Thank you so much for the follow yesterday. But yeah, no, so thank you for the dad joke redeem, Sprinkle. But yeah. I'm also hoping at the end of the year to have made some progress on my to have my 3D model completed and to have started on my debut. Originally I was aiming for the end of this year, and theoretically that is possible, but I don't think it'll be done to the quality that I want it to be done, especially with the ideas that I have, and that being I want an animated, like a fully animated VTuber debut. I can't draw for shit, so it's all going to be in 3D, which is going to be oh so tedious. Oh, so very tedious. Yay. So yeah, but I am hoping to have like a debut done and ready by like the I don't know, since I plan on doing most of like the grunt work myself, because again, I am being cheap, and I do plan on hiring out voice actors, because I am not that good of a voice actor. As much as I want to believe that I am not. So I will have to hire out some voice actors as well. But I am hoping that I can have most of it, if not part of it, done by like maybe like a year and a half from now. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to give myself like a wide berth, if that makes any sense, or a wide time span. But yeah, no, I really need to get on to it and actually start making the 3D models that I need to make. I do plan on utilizing Vroid for like background characters just to fill the space. Vroid characters do not need to match, but for like the hero characters, I do plan on modeling those from scratch or from a base that I made myself. Yeah. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. I want to see if I can't try and get the video to be maybe 15 minutes long. I don't know. Something that feels like more worthy of like a VTuber debut, because I've looked at VTuber debuts. They range anywhere from 7 minutes to like half an hour. And I think the 7-minute one might be more doable, but I'm gonna aim for 15. I'm gonna aim for 15 minutes. If I can only get a 7-minute video, animated video out, then that's fine with me. But yeah, that is what I have planned in terms of my VTuber debut. So I'm sorry, official debut is gonna have to wait for a little bit longer. So you guys will be seeing the Suika model for a little bit longer as well. But yeah. But yeah, no. I also plan on having a live 2D model as well, specifically for when I play heavier games, and for whatever reason my internet can't handle both all the streaming stuff that I use for like interactions and things like that. If I can't handle that with my 3D model and all the interactions and stuff, I want a fallback plan. I want to fall back in case it doesn't want to work. Yeah. But yeah, so that's currently what my plans are at the moment. Hopefully it all works out and hopefully it all turns out well. Oh, we shall see though. But yeah, I might actually go to Taco Bell and get a breakfast burrito. Their eggs aren't good. That's the only issue. And their hash browns are kind of greasy. I might just skip Taco Bell or a Taco Bell breakfast, and I might just get like a Taco Bell taco or something like that. No, I have beans and rice here. But Fiesta potatoes. Help. But yeah, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do about food. Because an omelet sounds really good, but we also have beans and rice. And stir fry. So like, help. But yeah. I am sleepy. Coffee might help. Coffee won't help me now. It might help me later. Except I don't like coffee. Not unless it's loaded with a shit ton of sugar. Oh, okay. So, I made peanut butter chocolate chip dough ball cookies for game night last night. I come home. There's no more peanut butter chocolate chip dough ball cookies. I'm curious, did Rose see Resident Evil 9 gameplay reveal? I have not. I didn't even know there was a Resident Evil 9 coming out. Unless I am, no, you said reveal. So that means it's a new game that's going to be coming out. Unless you completely mistyped again. I need to shave my legs. It is not necessary to shave my legs. I just like the look and feel of shaved legs. Let me see. Shame. You should react to it, not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna find it. I'm so tired. I'm gonna find it. I also need to sit properly. You're likely gonna get it. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games though. Resident Evil 9 and gameplay. Where's a short video? Because all of these are kind of long. They have the trailer, which I'm not sure how accurate the trailer is going to be in terms of like the gameplay. The third person gameplay looks weird. Ooh. There are a lot of people making analysis videos and theories. Okay. So, trigger warning for those who aren't big into like horror. Who aren't big into horror and things like that. That's gonna be a thing. Let me go ahead and move it to display capture, hide, window capture. I don't want that. Window of Resident Evil. Which one was I gonna watch? I believe I was gonna have this one. Alright. Full screen. Let's go. Oh, and it is cut off. Alright, OBS, why are you like this? Good enough. Alright, let's play. Trigger warning for those who don't like horror. This is a horror game. I can still hear my music. Hold on, let me go ahead and turn that off. Oh yeah, the third person does move a little bit weird. First person moves pretty good. Yeah. No, I understand what you mean. It feels like her limbs are like weighing her down rather than carrying her. But yeah. I don't know. It looks like it has potential. But we'll have to wait and see how the actual game plays, because I know there's a demo. I know there's a demo that people have been playing. But I haven't seen the demo, so I do want to try playing some of the Resident Evil games, but also I'm a big scaredy cat. I did watch footage is out for the demo. I'll have to take a look at that. That's all the long videos, all the 10-minute long videos that I feel bad for like reacting to. But yeah, no, the movement in the third person, it feels off. In first person, it feels fine, but in third person, it feels off. Like, I know they're trying to go for like a more timid or cautious movement for the main character, versus with Leon Kennedy, he's always kind of like, he's cautious, but he's always ready for a fight, while the female lead, she doesn't look like she's ready for a fight. So it feels like that they're trying to go for a more cautious or timid or scared movement rather than a trained soldier movement, which I think is what they excel at. And it just feels off. I don't know if they had motion capture artists and the VFX people just kind of, or the people who do the refinement for motion capture just kind of like didn't do a good enough job. That feels really, really, really mean to say, because refining motion capture and making it work and fit is hard. Video game creation is hard, and motion capture is primarily used for video games to help get those more realistic movements, especially for like high action scenarios, like in fights and things like that. We see really good motion capture in Detroit Become Human and Baldur's Gate, and the other Resident Evil games with Leon Kennedy. If you watch the demo, it feels even more off. With the video you watched, it's short clips, so you can't see much, but in the longer you see more. I believe that, yeah. Because if my untrained eye can pick up on the awkward movement of the female lead in the third person, then somebody else will be able to pick up on that too. I say untrained eye, I do have some knowledge. I am very hyper focused on some things that I want to learn. So like animation, I hyper fixate on the movements done in animation, the squash and stretch physics, the pendulums and things like that. So I'm able to pick up on those because I hyperfixate on animation, like on my second watch through. First watch through, I just want to watch and enjoy the thing. Second, and then the other watch throughs, I'll be more analytical and more what's the word I'm looking for? Observant. There we go. In terms of the mechanics of the things. My degree has required me to learn animation too, even though I prefer programming, so I do have an above basic understanding. Yeah. I would say that I have a basic understanding, if not a tiny bit above basic, but like I study animation in my off time and my free time when I remember it, and I have the mental capacity to understand it. But yeah, no, so yeah, no, I agree that the movement feels a little bit awkward in the third person. First person looks completely fine. But yeah. But I do have hope that that the game will be good, because I know Resident Evil is one of those games that a lot of people enjoy and a lot of people love. So I hope that it continues to have really good success. But yeah, no. Oh, okay. October. It's still a month away, but for October, I'm thinking about it being like spooky month. So October is the spooky month. October is where I'll play horror games anytime I do gaming, so I would consider Limbo's Company to fall into the horror category, and that one I can handle. But games like Outlast or Resident Evil, those games are a little bit more and even some like old nostalgia horror games. Nostalgia being in air quotes, because what I define as nostalgia may not be what you define as nostalgia, but games like Five Nights at Freddy's is definitely one of the ones that I want to do a playthrough of, even though I hate that game with a passion because of the fucking jump scares. It is so cheap, and yet it works, and I hate it. And then I don't know if the public models that I'm using are all right for streaming purposes, because I did find a couple public models that I was able to customize to get fairly close to what I want in terms of like my 3D avatar, or my 3D self, without like revealing. But I also do want to explore some I can handle psychological and paranormal horror, except for possessed dolls and puppets. Absolutely not. I haven't seen The Exorcist, but those also creep me out, despite the fact that I love the supernatural. But jump scares, yeah, no, I don't like jump scares. They are extremely effective in getting a reaction from somebody, but it's also such a cheap and overdone tactic. Jump scares can work if done really, really well, but half the time it's mainly there to get a reaction out of somebody, and I hate it. 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 Because half the time they don't add anything to a story. It works for games like Five Nights at Freddy's, where the animatronics, they are I was gonna say haunting, they are hunting you. So them jumping out at you at the end when they find you, that makes sense, because they are animals hunting their prey, essentially, is the analogy that I would use. I know there's like a big in-depth lore about the FNAF characters, but that's how I equate them. They are cats hunting mice, and we are the mice. The worst part in a horror game is that you can tell when you're gonna get jump scared, so now you have to convince yourself to move forward. Yep. There are also a couple of other games that I also want to play, like Bathhouse and Late Shift. Those like those like psychological horror Japanese games where you're playing as a girl and you're being stalked all throughout those games. Which does not sound fun. It sounds awful, but I would consider those to fall into the horror category. So yeah. So October is going to be the month of spooky games. I'm going to see if I can get some collabs in there as well with like Repo or Returning to Lethal Company, or maybe something a little bit more silly like Goose Goose Duck, for example. I know Goose Goose Duck isn't technically horror. There is murder in there, so I'm going to throw it in as horror. There's murder and deceit in there, so I'm going to throw it in as horror. Or something like Escape the Backrooms or Content Warning. Those are definitely fall into the horror category, but also are really fun collab games that could be done with some really amazing people. So yeah, October is going to be the month of spooky. Phasmo. I forget about Phasmo. And Buckshot Roulette. I know Buckshot Roulette isn't necessarily horror, but it is creepy. So I'm tossing it in there as well. There are a lot of really fun horror games out there and horror collab games. So yeah. I'm also gonna play them during the day. I'm not gonna play them at night because if I scream, I don't want to wake up my parents. Also, I'm already playing horror games. I don't want to play horror games in the dark. No. I'm officially out of water. But yeah, no, so those are games that I definitely want to play. There's a part of me that's thinking about doing Dead by Daylight as well. But I know because I don't have a whole lot of friends who play Dead by Daylight or who are willing to play Dead by Daylight, I would probably end up playing with a bunch of people who may not be the friendliest. And I really don't want to deal with that. But yeah. So that's the plan that I have for October, and I want to make that a yearly tradition. Every October is just the month of like spooky games. Whether I go back and play older games that fall into the creepy or spooky category, or I play the newest game that I can afford and play that through. That is what I have planned. That being said, I actually need to sit down and do a schedule for that. There's also a part of me that kind of wants to make it into like a subathon type thing. But I'm also unsure of whether or not people would be interested in like watching me panic while playing a game. Oh, I forgot about Panic Horror. Panic Horror is one of those games where you're hunted and then the end cut screen is you getting jump scared with this like yeah music. But still, it looks like a lot of fun to play with like a loud group of people because that game requires you to be quiet. But yeah, no. So I also might do a community event in October as well, where I have you guys play a game with me while I stream. Whether it's Phasmophobia or Panic Horror or Repo or something something horror-esque. I do want to do community events. I want to try and start doing community events in September. So yeah, well, Grovro and I want to throw metal chairs, so I'm sure we'll enjoy you playing horror. But yeah, no. So those horror games will be played whenever I have time, and hopefully during the daytime. If I can't play it during the daytime, I'm probably not going to stream that day just because I don't want to wake up my parents. Eat. So yeah, that is my plan. A bird flew and it blocked out the sun for like 10 seconds. But yeah, so that's my plan for October, is to play some horror games. I can play Phasmo, Repo, Content Warning, Dead by Daylight, Lethal Company. I have Repo, Dead by Daylight, and Buckshot Roulette. But my ping is gonna be us. Fair. But yeah, so let me see. Oh, and then come like the holiday season, I want to try and do more cozy games, since the holiday seasons are when I think of the holiday season, I think cozy. So I want to do cozy games for the holiday season. So games like Stardew Valley, Minecraft, just cozy games. I will figure out what the definition of cozy games are, or is, but cozy games. Let me see. I think I'm out of everything that I want to talk about. I don't know what else to talk about. Spooky month, cozy games, VTuber debut, and things like that. I think I've talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. This stream is short, but I already had it planned to be short just because my dad has meetings starting soon. So yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and find somebody to raid. And then we'll probably call it here for today. Now, obviously, I might still be on somebody else's stream if they so invite me, but I probably won't be streaming my perspective just because I hadn't gotten prior permission to do so, and I feel like it's necessary to get prior permission, like, hey, are you okay if I stream this, before assuming that, oh yes, I can stream this thing. I don't know if that made any sense, but that is how my brain is working. So I think we're actually gonna go ahead and raid Slime the Slime. Yeah, we're gonna raid Slime the Slime. They're playing 7 Days to Die. I'm hoping they aren't leaving right now. Because they've been streaming for about 2 hours. It looks like they're still playing, so we're gonna go ahead and raid Slime. It looks like they have a guest with them in VC, and it's Ash. So yeah. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining me for this short morning stream. Well, morning for me, I'm not sure what time it is for you guys. But thank you so much for joining me and taking time out of your day. And I hope you guys have a good evening, a good night, a good morning, a good day, and a good afternoon. Until next time, this is Lacrimosa Rose signing off. Take care. Bye bye.